Alrighty guys, good morning to each and every one of you. It's a beautiful day in good old Georgia. We're back in Georgia on Georgia soil. Was able to bring this guy up from South Florida, Miami area, and we're just gonna go ahead and do a little prep work. Go ahead and get her listed and ready to go. So with that said, today we're just going to be working on the rub rail. And as you can see here, it's the paint job's in great condition. It's just the rub rail has been banged up a little bit here. So we're gonna go ahead and just sand that down, get some paint on it, and go ahead from there. I think that's probably the only modification or addition that I'm gonna do to it. I've already started sanding the front, but we're gonna go ahead and just get all that sanded up, smoothed out, and get some paint on it today. But this is a 14-foot, it's called a Sea Raider. It's a 1981. It's actually been restored. New paint job, transom reinforced. We've got the steering helm, throttles, all that's pretty much new. So it's in great shape. As you can see on the bottom, it looks perfect actually. Great looking boat, great shape. We're just gonna do a couple little modifications to bring it back. I'm gonna add some new seats in there. Get all the interior items all neatened up, cleaned up, and get her on the road. So we've sanded, got the first sand done on the rub rail. You can see a lot of that paint is already off. It's gotten off there, so we're going to wipe that down, give it another sand, and then go ahead and tape it off to start the paint. All right. All right, so we're pretty much about halfway through the taping just before we paint. It's crazy because it probably looks excessive in the sense of you're painting just this little rub rail and you have all this paperwork, all this tape job around it. But I always say my rule of thumb is, a good paint job is pretty much dependent on a good tape job. You really got to get into those seams and ensure a good seal, right along the edges here. And you make sure that seal's there. It gives you a crisp line so you don't peel off and have any sort of imperfections. But spend the time on a good tape job and your paint job will come out, pretty good. And it's just time consuming, but totally worth it in the end. Off. I want you guys to see what we're doing here as you peel. Once it's dried, make sure you just go ahead and clean that up. And as much as the peel as possible. Alrighty, so our rub rails are painted. As you can see, it's a much better look, cleaner than it was. So, once we get down, you can see that it just gives it a lot cleaner look. Simple, easy, Classic.